Welcome back to InboundREM. Today we're going to mix it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my fearless production assistant here who is going to remain off camera. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a Q&A session, questions that we've picked up online, various forums, Reddit, so on and so forth. And we're going to talk about the truth about becoming a real estate agent. So with no further ado, let's get right into it. Freya.
Who shouldn't become a real estate agent?
Convicted felons. Number one, it's very hard to get a license and maintain a license. I think that you could probably figure out a way around it. Number two, people with little to no understanding or knowledge about real estate in general. Number three, people with no love of real estate should absolutely not become a real estate agent. Four is a little bit softer in terms of reasons, but listen, if you have minimal to no business experience and you're thinking that real estate is going to be a way for you to make a ton of money, probably not. I suggest that you take a few courses. I'm not telling you not to become a real estate agent. I am going to say you need more information before you decide. All right, next question.
Who should become a real estate agent?
All right, people that are already established business owners should absolutely consider real estate as a great way to focus their business acumen. People that have had real estate related careers, home designers, people that have done appraisals, home insurance people that are in homes, often talking to homeowners, are all excellent candidates for real estate, to be a real estate agent. All right, next question.
How do I become a real estate agent?
All right, that is a licensing and testing process. It changes state to state. In the state of California, it's usually about a 6-month process, which is where I live. The way that I did not pass the exam, I did, however, get all the information and take the exam. Let me rephrase. I didn't actually get to a pass-fail point on the exam. I studied the exam, had every intention of taking it, just kind of got lost in the shuffle. It took about 6 months. I had to go through a licensing school. They sent me all the documentation. I studied it digitally. Most of the time, the rules are going to be different state to state. What you need to do is say, just Google, how do I get my real estate license in state name, and you'll usually get some pretty solid directives. My advice is always go to the city or government site first. All right.
Research your state's requirements. Taking the pre-licensing course, passing the state-specified real estate exam, getting fingerprinted by an approved vendor, find a sponsor broker, activate your real estate agent license, and join a real estate brokerage.
Okay, it seems like that was a statement. So there you go. Hopefully you heard all that. That was my production assistant offline. Thank you so much. Next question.
All right, how much does it cost to become a real estate agent?
That varies city to city. Generally speaking, the numbers that I've seen are about $400 to $600 in total. That includes course fees, licensing fees, things like that. This can be dependent upon what you decide to do. Do you decide to join a brokerage? Some brokerages do, believe it or not, want to charge you money to get certain informational products or tell you that you have to pay them money to have a CRM. And the list of small ancillary fees goes on depending upon, number one, do you already have your license? And number two, where are you going to hang the license? Our advice here at InboundREM is spend as little money as possible when you're trying to get into a new career or a new business. All right, next question.
Can I pursue real estate if I don't come from money?
You absolutely can. Real estate is beautiful that way because at the end of the day, real estate, like every other business that you ever get into, is about, do you have customers? And the thing that I love about the conversation surrounding real estate is we can, like, if you have nothing but drive, but no money, $0, you can go knock on doors, and if you found somebody ready to buy or sell their home, you could take that person's name and you could go to your local brokerage and take a 25% referral commission tomorrow. Here in California, that 25% referral commission would be $3,000 for every one of those that you close. So if I wanted to make some money in real estate with no money at all, I can get on the phone right now as soon as I'm done doing this video, or I could go out and knock on doors and first find the prospect, then look up who the most popular broker is for the area that I just generated the lead out of, then call them and say, I have a lead, I'm not a broker, I'm not an agent, but I want a 25% commission if the deal closes. I guarantee you they'll say yes every time. Next question.
How much should I save before getting my real estate license?
How much what?
How much money should I save before getting my real estate license?
When you're starting a business, the practical application for any business is to have 6 months to a year's worth of income when you're starting a commission-only job or business. Now, that's really extreme. Most people don't have that, but you should have at least 60 days at the barest minimum. And if you're studying to do real estate, it's much better that you actually have a job. Don't quit your job, get your license, find your broker, do all of that work before you commit to starting real estate. And then many people that I know have successfully transitioned out of a full-time job doing real estate on the side, which is what I would do. I'd have my primary gig. Then I'd figure everything out about real estate, how to generate leads, how to sell the houses, inventory information, how to use the tools, and I would do all that part-time while having a full-time income. Next.
How long does it take to get your real estate license?
6 months to a year. Next.
What are the benefits of a real estate agent?
The benefits of having one? Okay. The benefits of having a real estate agent, if you do your job right, it's like any other service provider. It's like the benefits of having a mechanic. Most of us don't have a steady, consistent mechanic we use. However, that small handful of people that has a really brilliant mechanic and has been buying Hondas their whole life probably never, ever leaves that mechanic. The same thing is true of a real estate agent. A real estate agent who's committed to the process will go out and answer all the questions that they didn't know that you had. They will do all the research personally, go to the city. They'll really earn their commission. There's a lot of agents that it's difficult to get them to show up at the house and even open the door for you. So it makes it very agitating when you know that you effectively are paying them like $3,000 to $12,000 out of your own pocket for zero service. So that's the benefits.
What are some of the main challenges of a real estate agent career?
Main challenges. Time. That's the main challenge right there. So homeowners and people that are buying and selling homes, like listen, especially in California, places like it where all homes are going for above $1 million. Oh my God, most consumers understand the power that they have. They understand that you're working on commission. So there's no hesitation to call you in the middle of the night and say that your sprinkler's busted after you listed your home. And that somehow that's the responsibility of the realtor, or that you need to give them a referral for somebody who fixes sprinklers. Time. People call you at all hours of the day and night. If you happen to get into something where you're basically managing a property or properties while you're working towards selling them, woo, then it's a huge amount of time. You got to show up for vendors. You got to do all this stuff. And mind you, most of this activity is done all before you actually get paid. When realtors are good, and they're some of the hardest working professionals in the entire country, because there's no limit to when you can work. It's day and night, weekends, weekdays, holidays. It doesn't matter. Every single time that the rest of the United States is off is when you are busiest. Keep that in mind. Next.
How do I choose the right real estate brokerage?
Well, brokerages should be based on your personality type. And we broke this out today in a podcast with me and my podcasting partner, which is the mail-right.com podcast. Anyway, should be based on your personality type. Personality type being, are you independent, free thinker? Do you have a lot of experience? If the answer is yes to all these, you go with a 100% commission broker, somebody who only charges you for like a licensing package or something like that, but nothing on the transaction side. You can go with digital brokers, who are people that train you all online, like EXP or Real. And those brokers are really good for people that are already experienced, that already understand digital, that generate their leads digitally, and are willing to teach and train digitally. Those brokerages are hands down, no doubt about it, the best selection for agents like that. Remax and Keller Williams and Coldwell Banker and Sotheby's are all going to be dependent on what kind of real estate are you repping. Are you looking for luxury? Because if you are, luxury brand names for brokerages still matter. If you're not looking for luxury, then you have to look for a brokerage or what are those called? Franchise for those brokerages. That is really good at teaching and training their people. And that's what you're looking for. Do you have something to train me? Are you guaranteeing it when I walk through the door? Because if all they're going to do is sit you at a desk and just wait for people to walk through the door, you're wasting their time and your time. Next.
How exactly do real estate agents get paid?
Generally in commission, and generally once the deal has been committed to and the paperwork has been signed. Some brokers do what's called float the income. That's a challenge of being a broker. Sometimes you'll pay out before the bank is paid out, and some brokers wait until the bank is paid out. It just depends. There is no one answer to that question.
How do different real estate commissions work?
Well, you negotiate a rate just like your clients can now negotiate rates with you. They can negotiate buyers' percentages and sellers' percentages. And oftentimes you as an agent, when you have the experience and skill, you get to negotiate with your brokers when you work for them. Because if you're walking through the door and you've always done $25, $30 million worth of business, of course that broker wants your transactions. There's a guaranteed amount of money in there as a broker that they need to do nothing other than recruit you for. So whether that's $5,000 to $10,000 a year or $100,000 or $200,000 a year, they want those fees, they want the numbers, they want the volume, they want everything. You get to negotiate your rate with them based on what you're offering.